It's September, it's the CTU video blog. Where has the summer gone? I'll tell you what we've been doing. We've been interviewing a lot of visitors that have come to see us. You'll see some videos at the end of this. Chuka Ramon and Rachel Reeves have come to see us from the Shadow Cabinet from the Labour side. Kit Malthouse from the Tory side is one of the Deputy Mayors of London. Have a look at those, you'll see what we've been talking about. Other things coming up this time of year, the AGM. Look out for a mailing you'll be getting from us. Fill in the boxes, tick the things, send the stuff back, all very important to our well-being. Also the King of Camden Awards is going to be kicking off. All that comes to fruition in November, but the mailings and all the stuff you need to start thinking about happen now. So keep a lookout. Thank you for your attention. Here we are in Collective, two very special visitors with the Shadow Cabinet here with us today. Chuka, we've been talking about Collective and the role of the Business Improvement District underlying it, a subject I know that's dear to your heart.
Well, I think business improvement districts are fantastic because what it is about putting businesses, the business community, in the driving seat, not having central government or your local authority imposing their view of how you should do things and organise and make money, but actually saying, here, we're going to help you come together and empower you to organise together to make your business community a success. And obviously Camden Town Unlimited is the centre of that here. We've drawn on that model in my own constituency in Streatham in southwest London, and we want to see many other communities throughout the United Kingdom being able to have their own business improvement districts too.
Would you describe us as a super bid?
You're a model super bid.
Oh. That's very kind, thank you. And of course the other thing we've been looking at a lot here today is job creation, Rachel, a subject dear to your heart.
Oh, it's really important. It's fantastic to see people creating jobs in the community, but also jobs that people really want to do. And you know, one guy just talking to Max was saying that previously when he worked for a big corporation he felt like a cog in a massive organisation, whereas here they're in the driving seat, deciding what sort of jobs they want to do, how they're going to fit it around other things in their lives as well. And we've seen so many people, especially young people at the moment, on 0-hour contracts, working part-time because they can't get a full-time job, doing jobs that they don't really find any value in, and when they're not taking home enough money to be able to support themselves and their families. So people creating high-quality jobs in the local community is fantastic.
And of course we're doing it on the high street, which again is a subject that you're very keen on.
Well, I think high streets are so important. Why, when you had companies, big companies like HMV going into administration, do people kind of really notice that? It's because the high street going shopping on a Saturday is part of what your community is. It brings a unique character, particularly the small businesses, which is why we instigated Small Business Saturday in the UK, is to celebrate the diversity and innovation that they bring. But we've got to work out how we help high streets transition to the new era, because look, we're all buying online and our shopping habits and our business habits are different. And so we've got to work out how do we actually make high streets into a kind of holistic destination that you go not just to shop but to do a variety of different things to keep the thing going.
Quite right. You heard it here.
The independent stuff is really important as well, because we know there is a desire to have something different, not just to buy from the big brands, and the marketplace here is doing that.
Absolutely right.
And what it's about really is we are determined, and this is something you're going to hear Rachel and I talking about a lot over the next few months, to help people be their own boss.
Fantastic stuff.
That's what it's about, really.
People who are going to create the jobs for other people need the support. Absolutely right. You heard it here first. You're going to hear it a lot over the coming months. Thank you for your attention. Thank you both for coming here today.
Thank you. Thanks, Simon.
With me here today, Kit Malthouse. Kit, we've been talking about bids, super bids. Do you think CTU fits a model like that?
Well, whatever a super bid is, you're definitely one of them. You're one of the more thrusting, leading bids in London, and one that kind of gets its area. You know, Camden has a particular part of the market for London, if you like, a particular atmosphere, and you're a bid that seems to be building on that, and we're learning that that is the way for bids to succeed. So yeah, I'd put you in the vanguard, definitely.
Thank you, that's interesting. And I mean, the other thing we were talking about earlier on was community, because business is often left out of that word, and maybe there's a sense that bids help include business in that conversation. Do you think?
Yeah, they absolutely do. Way back when I was a councillor, it definitely felt that if business, when we did things on the high street, business felt we were doing it to them rather than with them or for them or now by them. And so bringing them in, making them own the local high street in which they operate is absolutely critical. You know, if we're going to beat the online phenomenon, if we're going to animate the high street, we've got to work together. And so bringing the businesses in is absolutely critical.
Yeah, interesting. And I suppose as part of that, it's a challenge to bids to be better. in many
Oh
ways.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, bids need to be more assertive. They need to take that ownership. They need great leadership. They've got to be careful about who they select to lead, because that personality will infect the whole operation, really. So having great leadership is absolutely key. But inserting themselves into the local environment alongside local authorities, regional government, levering in that resource and realizing that they can demand things is absolutely critical to success. And we're seeing that in bids across the city, where there's good leadership and they are assertive, then we see real change and success.
Interesting stuff. Lots of food for thought. Kit Malthouse, thanks for your time.